Whee! Happy Friday. I don't feel like doing my hair today, so it's going to be radish hair. What we're going to do today is get the laser or the pen carriers or the boxes. These boxes go into shipping boxes, and I want them to present nicely when you open the box. So I make these little carriers, but I just cut out this slot here with just a knife so I could get the sizing right, so that when these little triangle boxes sit in the shipping box, everything looks pretty and it ships securely and gets pinched by the lid and just, yeah, lots of jazz. So we'll run these on the laser today. It'll make more sense when I'm doing it as opposed to just yelling at you through the camera. And yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else I'm gonna get done. I'd like to get everything finished today so we can start next week nice and fresh. I think the order of these little vlog things is gonna be Monday, Tuesday, break on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Seems to be working well, and yeah, I seem to be able to edit them pretty quickly. So this is a lot of fun. Let's get into it. There's a couple pieces of like software and hardware that I regret not getting earlier, and this is one of them for hardware, a label printer or a thermal printer. I do actually need a spool for the back, so I don't have to finagle with this, but that's besides the point. And like a proper shipping printing thing. I use ShipStation, lots of alternatives, but yeah, it makes life so much easier when you can batch that stuff out. The little table I use here is basically just goes over my laser cutter. So when I have to use my laser cutter, I can just lift it off and move it aside. I only use it about once every batch, so it's just nice extra space when my laser cutter is just sitting there, so it's not eating up space. I don't have a ton of room here, so I try to maximize use of everything I have. This is just a K40 laser cutter that I severely modified, so I have a lot more room on the inside, so I can just basically put it's about 2 square feet is what I needed for. I initially built it for my foam, but I don't really use that anymore, but it's nice to have the extra space. Here I was experimenting with laser engraving my signature right into the boxes, but I kind of decided against it. I don't know, something feels very unpersonable. Unpersonable, is that the word? It doesn't feel right lasering in a signature, especially when I sell pens. That should be something that's written by hand. So anyways, I just wanted to play with the design and yeah, ended up not liking it. I use the laser cutter for everything. It cuts all the cardstock, it puts the bend lines in it, it does all the artwork on it. It's just something I can just not focus on and just let it do its thing. Here's a few variants of the shipping box trays. I don't even know what I'm calling them. I'm just checking things over, making sure the pens don't occlude some of the artwork. In this case, it was kind of blocking some of the text. I had too much text on there. The confounded machine was just kind of getting overbearing because I had the sticker on the lid and then the sticker on the pen box itself, and then I had it lasered into the tray. Like, slow down. Like, less is more in this instance. So removed some of it, which also makes it laser faster, and then just kind of gives it a more clean look. I put a lot of effort into just like shipping, not shipping, but like package presentation, because you have one chance to make a first impression. I mean, in my opinion, if you're buying a premium product, it should be premium like all the way through. The reason I ship in just a generic white shipping box is just to keep it relatively anonymous from the outside. I don't want to advertise what's in the package. Some people in certain countries say they have mail theft issues if that's the case. So I try to keep the outside very generic, but once I open it, I want it to just exude quality from the jump. It kind of just, it sets your brain up right. You know, you'd be like, oh, I purchased this, and you know, it came in a whatever bubble mailer. No hate against bubble mailers, but something feels better about opening a box. It feels like it has more value, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I feel. So anyways, next up is just to fold a billion of these boxes and put all the pens in them. Whee! After a few iterations, how many iterations? I don't know, handful in there. I think I'm finally happy with how I have it all set up. So what I'm going to use, so most of the orders that come in are single orders. Probably about, I'd say 90% are single orders. The other, call it 8%, are double orders. And then the last few are like triples or quadruples. So I'm not going to make a special box for triples because I can't fit triples in here. Where's my triple example? Yeah, there we go. So the old ones. There. You can see a triple. I thought I could do it. But there's just not quite enough room. All the triangle boxes don't fit nicely, so it's not pleasing to look at. I can do triples. I just gotta spin them around. So I'm gonna do it with foam, just because doing the origami for the cardstock right now isn't gonna pay off. Just because I don't sell enough triples, and if I sell quads, I'm just gonna ship 2 boxes because that's easy enough. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. What I figured out I can do. So there's a space here because that's where the sticker is gonna go, and then when you pull the get some light on the subject here. When you pull the box out, there's this little, it says extras are under here, and that's where I put all the little stickers or whatever extras people order with the orders. So I just realized, especially for the mini pens, I didn't have a place to put the spring, and I was going to laser in a little spot to put the spring here, but I think it just makes sense to put it in a little extras bag, and then just it'll go beneath here, because these are no longer glued in place. They can just be pulled right out with 2 hands. I don't want to rip that one, so with 2 hands you can pull that out, because I don't have to glue them in place, which also means pack up is even easier, which also means they're even more recyclable, because it's just cardboard in there now, and you can keep the pen box. I also changed the, instead of going from the little let's zoom instead of going from the little lasered arrows below, I went to cut throughs, because why not? I think it looks cool. So while we keep Trogdor the Burninator happy, or just running those little shipping boxes, every time I open the lid on that, I get a little bit of smoke that comes out from the laser cutting. Most of it comes out the back port in the rear of the machine, but to help clean the air, or to help keep the air clean in here, and more so because these machines contaminate the air when they're running just from the oil, I have this thing. I built this a while back, and it actually works surprisingly well. You can look them up to Google box fan filter. They got really popular during COVID, because they can do some pretty cool filtration. But if you put good filters in there, these ones are MERV 13 rated, so they'll filter down to bacteria and viruses. But they also do smoke particles, so it just runs constantly and keeps the air in here decent. I mean, for the price of some of those roof hanging shop air cleaners, I think you're way better off with this. It's significantly cheaper, and the filters are way better than what you get on those sub $1,000 machines. So I also threw the same filter in the furnace, so as it's running, it's also cleaning the air in here. So yeah, it helps significantly. Better view of how I set this one up. It's nothing fancy. It's actually just cardboard covered in white Gorilla Tape, and the fan is what's held by the steel cables. So the cardboard takes no load. It just has to hold the filters in place. And I made it so I could slide these out and easily change them. I also built another one for the house, because this summer we had some wildfire kind of smoke issues, and yeah, just having it running in the house helped out air quality quite a bit. We are at the end of another day. They seem to go so fast. Actually, it's not Friday. It's Saturday night. I have more time on Friday videos, so I stretched a little bit into Saturday because I did some work today as well. I'm enjoying doing these videos. I mean, for the selfish reason of it gives me kind of something I can look back on and just see how I'm progressing and how my day-to-days are going. I mean, I write everything down in my book because I sell pens for a living, so I should probably write things as well. And it lets me test my own products. But anyways, if you're interested in buying some of the things I sell, there's links below. You can figure it out. You're smart people. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.